Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. A faction of Miyetti Allah have decided to send strong message to governors who are soliciting for anti-open grazing law. And for them, they said it just can't work. Now, it's very glaring that when you're talking about Fulani Herdsmen or talking about Miyetti Allah, these guys have a way of life which they do not need any form of innovations. They do not need anything that would change their way of life. If our forefathers have been doing it many years ago in the 10th century, 15th century, 16th century, 17th century, that is just the way we've got to do it. They don't want to go on with any form of innovation or any form of changes. If it's open grazing, we are not ready to take in anything or accept anything like ranching, open grazing, or no business of cattle. And they said that nobody will stop it. But I'd like you to hear exactly what they have to say, which is contrary to what Miyetti Allah Breeding Association agreed with the government and with the governors. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The Miyetti Allah Kauta Hall, a factional umbrella body for herdsmen in the country, has said it is opposed to the ban imposed on open grazing of cattle by Southwest governors. It said the enforcement of the ban was tantamount to an eviction notice. This is, however, against the position of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria, which at a meeting with some governors in Akure, the Ondo State capital, on January 25th, said it agreed with the position of the governors. The meeting in Akure was attended by the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum and Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Governor Yetola of Osun State, Mohammed Badaru of Jigawa State, Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State, and Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State. MACBAN was led to the meeting by its chairman, Alhaji Muhammadu Kiruwa, among other attendees. Apart from Southwest governors, governors in the Southeast had previously banned open grazing and movement of cow on foot into the Southeast. But in an interview, the Secretary General of Miyetti Allah Kuta Hall, Saleh Al-Hassan, said on Friday they can't put an end to open grazing by fiat because grazing is not motorcycle business. There must be an alternative. Secondly, if they say they are going to end open grazing, what is the timeline for it? They want to displace herders from where they earn their livelihood. It is not different from an eviction notice. It is just putting the eviction notice into effect. This is very unfortunate because they cannot come out to say they are embracing peaceful herders and then say they are ending open grazing. What do they want? What do they mean by that? Is there closed grazing? Of course there is. From history, right from the time of Moses, grazing is open. By now, they should realize that they will not get the results they are looking for. We are in total support of the National Livestock Transformation Plan. I was part of the committee that reviewed the final document. The program has a lot of components, and if implemented, it will address a lot of challenges. Look at Benue State and how they approach has created a militia. You can't end open grazing by fiat as if someone is looking for a crisis, and then crises have a way of reverberating. Alhaji argued that asking herdsmen to stop open grazing and begin ranching was tantamount to asking farmers to begin mechanization, without which they wouldn't be able to do their farming activities. He added, if they say herders must begin ranching today, where is the ranch? For someone to develop a ranch, they need at least 3 to 5 years for it to mature. The facts are there. Ranches cannot be created overnight, but they are just playing politics. On the issue of insecurity, he said herders had been victims of rustling and kidnapping, and that if insecurity was to be addressed, it was not by making it an ethnic issue, because according to him, there are criminals in every ethnic group. It's sad because at the end of the day, we end up radicalizing the herders, he said. When they are radicalized, who will benefit? The country will suffer worse insecurity. That's why we are against the issue of eviction or ultimatum, because it doesn't work like that. There have not been proper laws at the national level to address these challenges, and the National Assembly is just playing to the gallery. Let there be proper laws. He said if there had been an increase in the herders moving from the north to the south, it could be due to climate change, insecurity in the northeast, drought caused by environmental factors, and the other. All these need to be properly addressed via articulated policies. Politicians should address their differences. They should leave the herders alone. They are in the bush dealing with all kinds of challenges, he added. When reminded that Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State, who is also a northerner, had canvassed the restriction of movement of herders from the north to the south, Hassan said, that is where I disagree totally with the state governor of Kano State. And they are going to stay inside his house in Kano. You must create space for them and not just to talk. As much as what he's saying is to the point, but at the same time, there need to be an understanding between these two sides, talking about the herders and the different state government. Now, one of the things I want to say here is these herders need to have a regenerated mind. They need to have a change of mind and accept the fact that things have changed. And you cannot still continue with what was obtainable many years ago. After all, look at Nigeria, look at the country, or look at the world today. Some time ago, it was horses people were using. Even to the royalties, they were using horses. But time have changed. People have started buying cars. People have started flying jets and all of that. You don't expect people to still condescend to your own level just because they want you around their environment. Now, back to what he said, because I've always been saying that I always want to be very objective when I'm talking about national issues like this. Now, the Miyetti Allah have said something very striking. If they have gotten grazing sites for them, the government should expedite action to ensure that they put all relevant facilities in place to make it a reality. But come to think of it, when we are talking about even government coming in to salvage these people, because it just occurred to me, coming in to salvage them, this is not government business, for God's sake. This is private business. Fulani herders, when they finish selling their cows, do they pay any money to federal government account? Of course, no. Let's be real to ourselves. I think the highest thing that can be done to them is to show them grazing sites where they are supposed to carry out ranching, and possibly show them how to go about it. If they are in need of any form of funding, it's their own place to go to commercial banks and get funding from there. Because come to look at the Southeasterners. Let's be real. It just occurred to me now. Southeasterners, do they have to get money from government to rent a shop? Do they have to get money from government to go and buy what they have to buy and sell? They make their decisions and they go by it, because whatever money you are making is not going into the pocket of the federal government. So the government can show them their different grazing sites. Well, this is your restrictions. This is how far you can go. You can't pass this area and all of that. And then it's your own place. If you feel that irrigation is needed for your grazing site to be very green, it's your own place to go get money and get it done. If government has given restrictions, you need to follow it, open your heart, and accept the change. I feel at this point that government needs to come out very strong here and let these people understand that when we say there is no open grazing again, it is a reality. The northern part of Nigeria has already slated some places for people to do open grazing, for them to do ranching. Go there, get fitted into the situation, and begin to work. If not, this issue of cattle rustling and this issue of fight between farmers and herders will not cease, and they will use that opportunity to exhibit their worst character. I think this is something that government really need to look at. And this Hassan, who is behind this statement, should be called to order immediately. That's the ideal thing to be done. I'd like to leave it there.